Welcome everyone to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here on the Latin Nerds Network. Ready to go over all the shows and movies, etc. released on streaming over the past week. Give you our best recommendations or non-recommendations, as the case may be. And of course, at the end of the show, letting you know what's coming out over the next couple weeks, so you too can create your very own watch list. Introducing, of course, my co-host who helps. We'll talk about these recommendations. This is Senor Jaime, aka Chewy. What it is, what it was, what it shall be.
What up, brother? What's going on, man?
Not much. See a little Rick and Morty going on back there. I like it. You
Well,
know,
the Ted Lasso.
I miss Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso needs to come
I
back.
know,
They need
dude.
to bring back Ted Lasso. I don't know. Figure it out.
For real,
Figure
dude.
it out,
For
Apple man. Come
real.
on now. But that being said,
Wrexham is good, but we need
we need
Lasso,
Lasso, man.
dude.
There's always needs Lasso in our lives, man. But listen, there's a lot of stuff we're gonna get in our lives. I'm very excited about. We're heading into June, which is a monstrous month, and we'll talk about that first couple of weeks. But
hmm
there's three guaranteed must watch shows in June. You
Well,
ready to
there's
get
also one more must watch that in there, man. You're missing out,
the
dude.
what?
You're missing another must watch for June, dude.
What's the deal?
La Copa America, dude. Colombia, vamos,
Tainting
baby.
the show with talks of soccer. Okay, just kidding, just kidding.
Uh,
Joking.
man, you are
But
the
that is also
worst,
going
dude.
on. Sure, of course, of
Go put on
course.
your USA shirt. Go put on your
USA,
USA flag upside
USA,
down. Why don't you, for
USA.
Christ's sakes?
But
Stupid
anyway,
guy.
so off the rails here. So we're gonna get started. We're doing the show in two parts. First part, we're gonna take majority of the shows, do a very quick take on each one, whether you should or shouldn't be on the watch list, and then we'll do a feature portion. We're focusing on a couple of shows today, give a little more in-depth review on those. So let's get to it. This was kind of a big week, and we'll start off real quick on a quick takes for "Dancing for the Devil," the 7M TikTok cult. It's a docu series released over the past week, about an hour each episode, and usually, I guess this happened fairly recently, within
Yeah, yeah, actually,
2020,
yeah.
21, 22.
Last 5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about the
yeah. Actually, 20. Yeah, yeah. The last 5 to 10
yeah,
years. Yeah.
focusing on a group of dancers, particularly there's one sisters, but there's other dancers who obviously became very popular and a lot of followers on TikTok, and they were closer to joining this production company 7M, which masqueraded as we'll say a cult. Obviously,
Religious
the
cult
religious
of some
cult, the
kind.
guy
Yeah.
who ran the company, whatever production company, is also the preacher, a pastor, if you will. And he had great influence over them, and they focused on people who were in and get out of that situation, families who still have kids in there, and what the situation was like. Chewy, in or out of the watch list?
I think good, man. It was fairly interesting. Very short 3 episodes. Knew nothing about it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Recognized some of the faces and some of the names from other things and videos and shows I've watched over the years, but very interesting. Like I said, knew nothing about this cult and what was going on, but really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
good story. I think being so recent, so relevant on social media, that was pretty cool. The
hmm
dangers of
hmm
if you're into that, what you should be looking out for. But yeah, this happens all the time with cults, not just a cult involving social media. Enjoyed it. It's well
But I
done.
mean, what brought it home was the sister was engaged and is now married to a current commander, Austin Eckler. I was like,
Oh,
hey,
that's
I know that
right. Good for them. Uh,
Small world.
the commanders can get something right, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
New ownership, baby. But yeah, definitely, it's definitely worth watching, no doubt about it. This next one, Geek Girl on Netflix, is one a young girl who, ugly duckling kind of girl, right? And then she's sought after
hmm
by a famous modeling agency, and her life changes. Um, for me, I watched like 15 minutes. I was out. Not on the watch list for me, and
Ouch.
not because the quality of the show was 15 minutes. Well, 15
Uh,
minutes sometimes you can judge the quality of a show, but it's just way too YA for me, a young adult. This is more in the Disney Plus crowd. The show should have been Disney Plus, and it just got the vibes like, oh, I know where the show's going. Not that it's bad or good, it just wasn't for me, Chewy.
okay. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've been watching it. It's not bad.
Yeah,
It's okay.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's funny. It's not comical, right? Yeah. Yeah. One. Yeah. 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 YA, but
Yeah,
it is
it's
fairly
very YA.
comical
So
in the
I mean, if I
situation.
guess for young kids, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not the best judge of that, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna let that one alone.
No,
Uh,
you're the get off my lawn
yeah, get off
opener.
of man.
Jesus
It's a damn
Christ.
YA nonsense. But you can do it YA a certain way. We've seen shows do YA differently, right? And it's worked. This
Okay.
not for me. Next one, Eric, limited series on Netflix, starring the great Benedict Cumberbatch, right?
hmm
Another known faces. This is a story about Benedict's character. He's a puppeteer, right? Created some kind of a morning show, six place in the 80s, kind of like a kid show with puppets, kind of Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And one day he's kind of a dick. This is call it what it is. One day his son goes missing, and he starts becoming unhinged as a result. He starts seeing an imaginary creature he talks to, which was drawn by his son. He wanted to create his own puppet. Um, so yeah, he's obviously this whole sentence about finding his kid and et cetera, et cetera. There's other investigations involved in a bigger picture, right, with missing kids and what's going on. Chewy, in or out of the watch list?
And man, I am really enjoying it. But Cumberbatch's performance is great, man. I mean, he's a great actor. I mean, he's been so many things. He's been Doctor Who. He is Doctor Strange. And so we see him all over the place, man. So he's great. I enjoy his performance. Very nuanced, very. He's definitely a character to say the least.
No, he is. Yeah.
And what's going on with his life? Alcoholic, borderline drugs. He has borderline. No, well, not borderline. He is a prick
He's a dick.
to his coworkers. But there's a lot of stuff going on with the cops, his boss, who we've seen in other shows as well. With the mystery behind the kid and what's going on as they start giving us more and more information of what's actually happening, and obviously a little tropey as far as with each episode they set up the next one with potential lead, which is basically this big red herring at the end of each episode. But still interesting enough to see, okay, yeah, what's going on, how's all this connected. So yeah, very good
Yeah,
for me.
I really like this show. Yeah, coming back is great, on the watch list for sure, no doubt. And I haven't seen as many episodes of this one because I was focusing on a couple of shows that we are going to feature. I don't want to finish those. But definitely I'm going to go back and finish watching it. It's a good show. Really well done, so no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Next one here, last one is Raising Voices, again on Netflix, Spanish show, España. This one revolving around sexual abuse, harassment of a young girl, 17, in high school. And it deals with a lot of issues, sexual abuse in various forms and various people, and how that's affecting her relationships, etc., etc. I'm on this one, on the watch list. Actually, very good. It's young adult done well, right? It's a very serious topic to take it seriously, right? And I think I've seen 3 so far, maybe.
Okay. I think too.
Okay, yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it. I like the story. Again, nothing breaking the mold, but it's a cool show to watch. And it's on the watch list. Chewy.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, we are supportive of our Latin and Spanish brethren across the pond. So I mean, so this is the Spanish TV is very unique where they produce a lot of good shows we talked about here. Casa de Papel and a number of other shows that you probably enjoyed more than I have, and I've jumped off on a few, but. This is up there with it. They know how to make good quality TV.
They do. It's really well done. It's a good show. And it's one that it's again very relevant topic. Happens all the time, unfortunately. So yeah, I like the approach to it. So yeah, on the watch list for sure.
I would say this is the anti-elite. The other show that I've enjoyed that's more YA. More that's more like the YA drama, but not really YA because it's they're all adults.
Kind of like dramatic. This is not like that, right? They treat it seriously and as a regular show. Yeah, it's very well done. So I'm enjoying it. It's actually a pretty good show and a good topic. It's dark and disturbing at times, so of course it is. It's the subject matter. That's the point.
Yeah.
So that's the quick takes for the week. Now let's go to a feature portion here. We got 2 shows that we're going to talk about in not the first seasons. We usually don't feature non-season 1 shows, but what the hell, right? Sometimes it's worth talking about. First one, We Are Lady Parts, season 2. This is on Peacock. A show I kind of forgot about because it's been so long since the first season. Right? It's felt as long.
Shame.
And and Peacock, I got the dust off. I had to get the dust off Peacock. Oh my god! Oh, that's what this looks like. We already watched Peacock for obvious reasons. But yeah, this one here, I enjoy season 1. We both really like season 1. It's a very funny show, a short comedic show with this about an all punk rock band of Muslim girls, right? And then kept coming together, and this one kind of picking up where the last one left off, and then trying to make a name for themselves and all that. But yeah, Chewy, what your thoughts on this one? Obviously, we're talking about it, so it must be good to watch this one.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, what do we say about comedies? It's got to be fun.
True.
And this hits on it hit it on the head in spades, man. It is 30 minutes, 6 episodes, which is criminally short, right? I wish it were longer. Shame on you, Peacock. But you love the characters, you love her and what she's going through, struggling, because it is a struggle, in England, and being, wanting to be into a punk band, but you don't usually associate that with people of Muslim religious background doing, and so the juxtaposition as far as what you need to do to be a good Muslim, but what you need to be portrayed as okay, what your thoughts are on punk and that type of band and that kind of image that you put out there. So it's definitely unique in that aspect. But what she's struggling with and her stories and trying to find a boyfriend or not boyfriend, dealing with her bandmates, trying to be successful. It just all these situations are just funny,
They are.
man. Just
They're really.
hilarious.
It's such a good approach for it.
And
Yeah.
and I would say, and the music is good, man. I mean, they really mix it up with some original stuff, but then they do some cover. They did a
That
Britney
was actually
cover,
pretty good.
and I was like, wait a minute, that is
That was
cool,
actually
man.
pretty good.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oops, I did it again. It's like I was not what I was expecting. I was like, that is, I know, where's that on iTunes, man? That's a good tune. Like done that
No, you're
way.
absolutely right. Yeah, and it's cool because you see this girl who's got the cultural pressures, right, of being Muslim and what's the expectations when you're a Muslim, yet who you marry and etc. What you do in life, how you conduct yourself, and punk rock goes pretty much against everything, everything against that, right, for the most part. But it's fun. Again, you're right. At the end of the day, it's funny. I'm laughing. I'm not saying it's slapping my knee funny, but it's very funny. It's enjoyable. The characters are great. This is an easy show to pick up and watch because it is 25 minutes, I guess, an episode.
Yeah, 25 minutes, 6 episodes. Like I said, you can binge it, easily, very easily, because it's so
Sure,
short.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
2 hours you see almost the whole show, and that's a good thing. This one I did get a chance to finish because it is so short. I wanted to focus on this one. That's
mm,
but very good show. Absolutely, high recommend. One of the few shows on Peacock that we do recommend
yeah,
here. We don't recommend any, only because they don't release enough.
yeah.
When we do, it's not that great. But this one for sure.
No, but
Yeah,
this is. I'm glad. I mean, I was like surprised. I forgot about that. That they even were going to bring up. Well, I hope they did. But this came
yeah.
out a couple years
Mhm.
ago. I'm hoping I'm not wrong on the timing of that. And when this came back, I was like, oh shit, this is a funny
Yeah.
show. And it just picked it up and it's expanded. Yeah, they're trying to make it. They're trying to raise money. They're doing whatever they can. But the shoot with the clothing
That
line.
was funny. That was a great scene. It's just really funny situations. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It really is.
Yes,
So
yes. And then dealing with the up and coming band, which has a cool name. I think it's Second Wife or something. I can't remember the
oh
name,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that and that what they're trying to do in the mock, kind of not mocking, but kind of mocking indirectly in a way. And so it just you just can't help but just
No,
laugh
it's
and
really
what's
good.
going
And
on and
yeah,
enjoy
I
it.
hope they
Yeah,
bring it back. I hope it gets a third season.
I
I'd
hope
like to
so.
see it.
I hope
So
so.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure what. I just showed there were enough for a second one, so I hope that continues. But definitely a show. This is one I really say go back and watch because sometimes it's hard to go back and watch 3 or 4 seasons or something. It really is. I get it. But this is just 2 seasons, and it really is the length wise. It's one season.
Technically it's
Well,
one
yeah, so
season.
I'm
Yes,
saying it's technically if
exactly.
you combine it or the running times, it's probably one season for sure. to watch both of them, so I recommend this, no doubt.
Yeah.
This next one here is Outlaws. Last feature here. This one, of course, season 3, maybe the final one. I did get a chance to finish this. Only 5 episodes, and the journey 6 episodes for the seasons. This one's 5. This one's 5.
This one is only
This,
five.
yeah, this one's
Oh
5.
man. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
this
see
one
that.
I couldn't. I just want to keep watching it. The show we both love. This show. It's funny. And what basically is group of individuals from all walks of life who were met doing community service for various crimes they committed, small crimes for the most part, and
Petty crimes.
petty
Petty
crimes, right?
crimes.
And then they find themselves in a situation, drugs and money and drug dealers, and it just kind of compounds. And they're trying to
It just
yeah,
snowballs.
snowballs. Yeah, and
It
he's
just,
trying to figure out how to maneuver the way in and out of that situations that they're finding themselves in and take advantage of it. Christopher Walken was the big name. He's only like one
in
episode.
the first two
Yeah, he's
seasons.
only one episode here. So disappointing.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
Okay, I was like wondering where is
yeah. I
he?
was
Okay,
watching. I'm
okay,
like,
good.
I think the third episode he pops in, maybe the fourth. It's only five
Okay.
episodes. It's very short. It's easy to watch. Um, but he does pop in for one scene, so I was like, oh man, I kind of miss him. But yeah, listen, I saw it. And I'm spoiling. I know you haven't seen the end, but this if this is the last season, it's wrapped up really well. That it ended really well, and it looks like it probably might be the last season. I mean, could they continue it?
Boo.
Sure, but what they've been dealing with, the main antagonist from the first 2 seasons, that's been dealt with. That is dealt with. They find a way to, again, figure it out. But yeah, it's funny, man. And Stephen Merchant, who wrote, I think, he's partial writer, producer, and he's one of the characters. The tall.
He's definitely a producer. He's obviously probably a
Yeah, he
writer,
might be a
right?
writer.
Marchand.
Yeah,
Stephen
yeah.
Marchand. Yeah.
And his character's hilarious. He's just the attorney he plays.
Funny
He's
guy. He's a
funny,
funny
man.
guy.
It's just out of everything he does, I just laugh. Everything. I don't know.
All his dialogue I mean, you have to look at it. I mean, it's like I said, it's not a sitcom, but if you listen to the dialogue, what they're saying and how they say it is just a riot. You just can't stop laughing at the situation. And the comment, like the one comment, I think it was in episode 2, where where he talks about his girlfriend who recently broke up because his husband watched Ozark without her.
Oh,
Or
that's right.
like, it's like he was like a Netflix fool.
There's actually another one where I don't know if you got into yet, where she breaks up with him or something, his girlfriend.
I saw that episode.
Yeah,
Yes,
and then
yes, yes.
what she said something about her satisfying her. She said something, but he
Oh, well, yeah, her husband or they separated with him, and then now they're gonna give it a shot. And he's been seeing it behind his back, but the way she put it together, or put it towards him, was like where he's like he knows that body knows what he wants, and you're like a kid trying to order ice cream in
yeah.
Spain.
And his reactions to it, like he knows it, and it just makes it great.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, his
but listen,
facial
it's a really cool show, man.
fun.
This show's funny, and like I said, I'm glad that I still want to see how it ended. It ended really well,
Okay.
and I don't think, unfortunately, it'll be another season. Maybe.
Well,
I mean, they
I
could
mean,
always
yeah, you
continue. You
never.
could
I
always
mean,
create
yeah,
something, and you could. It's just,
yeah.
but whatever the storyline's wrapped up, right? There's no cliffhanger.
Okay.
There's no someone's there. Who's next? As far as the next attack, it's just closed. Everyone seems to be moving on, right, in their own way, in a good way. So we'll see. But yeah, this is a high
Okay.
recommend. I've always liked this show, and obviously it's being watched, but I don't think it's being talked enough about for the most part.
Yeah.
For the kind of
Exactly.
show it is,
Exactly.
it's funny. Yeah, it really does, and it's great characters. And I did want more Christopher Walken, though. I gotta admit that. That was the
We know more
but
cowbell.
yeah,
We need
exactly.
more
But
cowbell.
to be fair, there's no bait and switch because he's not even on the poster. So to be fair,
That is true.
so yeah,
Yeah,
I
there
was
you
kind
go.
of
So
wondering, well,
it's
how come
good
he's not
to
featured in the poster? He's he
good cameo at
right,
least.
he's a big name. But he is featured in the other posters, so I guess that should have been a tip off to rip off at that point. But yeah, absolutely, really cool show. Absolutely, this is I'm not going to far say it's much to watch, but it's definitely one you should put on your watch list for sure, particularly for this week. So that's that for the week. Next, we got 2 big weeks coming up in terms of quantity, and some big shows dropping. A couple of
Well, it's a
big
huge
shows.
month,
It's
and
a
so,
huge
yeah, we
month in
got
general.
some
This is
big
like
stuff.
Christmas for us,
Yeah.
this time of year. So starting today, actually, today's the second, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. We got
Yes, it
Mayor of
is.
Kingstown, season 3
Season
on
three.
Paramount Plus. A show with Jeremy Renner, of course. Love this show. If I could vote for him as real mayor, I would. But he's not that kind of mayor in this show anyway. But yeah, this is a really cool show on Paramount Plus.
I'm gonna go watch it as soon as we finish this our
Oh,
show.
it's being watched no doubt. And then on the fourth, we got Clipped. This is on Hulu. This is the story of, I guess,
Hmm.
the other LA team, the Clippers, right? For those who follow basketball.
Yes, is it Donald
Donald
Sterling, the
Sterling, yeah,
former owner of the Clippers?
yeah, and he's probably considered right there. And Dan Snyder's probably the worst owner in sports history. He's
Hmm.
incredibly racist. That's well documented in things that he said. So it kind of chronicles that time. But this is it's a drama, right? It's not a documentary. Am I wrong in that, Chewy?
No, it's a
Okay,
drama.
okay,
It's a
okay,
drama or
okay.
dramatization.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Okay.
with Al Bundy, our favorite
Oh,
dad,
true.
'80s dad,
Absolutely, yeah.
'90s
Let's
dad.
not Bundy. Absolutely. So this looks really cool. I'm looking forward to this one. Disney Plus. I can stop there, but I'll
Oh,
continue.
come
We
on.
got the
Oh,
Acolyte, the
stop it.
newest, of course, Star Wars series. I'm actually gonna see this on Monday in the theater for the first couple episodes.
Oh yeah, you got ticket for the 2 episodes. Tickets. Okay,
Yes,
good.
I'm gonna go check it out. So I probably will post a review on that one, but that one comes out.
Hmm.
It helps because it helps it spreads the show because there's a lot of stuff coming out this week. So I can spread
Yeah,
watching them out
that's
uh,
on officially for the rest of us scrubs. It drops
on
on
the fifth, right?
Tuesday, so
Exactly. So
I'm very excited. Hearing a lot of good things.
we
You know,
always
the
hear a lot of
return
good
of
things about it. We
Trinity.
always hear a lot of good things.
We got Squid Game. We got X twenty
I'm rooting
three.
for it, and I hope it's great. I
Hey,
really am.
and we got a Chewy Jedi, dude. Say it, say it, man.
No,
Say it.
man, they're reaching. But let's see. Maybe it's great. Maybe
Oh,
it's great.
stop it.
Listen, I'll go in there hopeful for the best, but I'm gonna expect
Okay.
what I usually get out of Disney stuff, Disney shows. On the fifth, we got
Look, it's addressing our biggest complaint. No
that
Skywalkers.
we know. I got a feeling they're gonna drop some kind of nugget. I
Oh,
really hope
Jesus
not.
Christ,
I mean,
dude.
listen,
Here we go.
I gotta
Here we
see it to
go.
believe it. Dude. That's what I'm saying, right?
All right,
I'm not saying
all
it
right,
can't
all right,
happen. I just gotta see it. And
all right.
Netflix on the fifth, we got a couple of documentaries. The first one, Hitler and the Nazis, Evil on
Mm-hmm.
Trial. Things obviously focus on Hitler and the Nazis, duh. But I think it also kind of pros into the trial. Um,
Are the
the Nuremberg
Nuremberg
trial,
trials?
yeah,
Okay,
on
good.
that one. So
Okay.
that I'm a big World War II buff, so I'm looking forward to that. And we also got How to Rob a Bank, which looks very cool. There's a
A little movie. It's a docu
It's a,
film, if I'm not
yeah, it's
mistaken.
a docu film about a real life guy who's nicknamed Hollywood. He was robbing banks,
Ooh.
inspired by Point Break, of course. Then Keanu Reeves and oh my god, I forgot this guy's name from Roadhouse. Patrick Swayze film. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, the
yeah, thank
great
you.
'80s
Yes.
cheese film, and he was inspired by that and robbed banks in similar fashion. So it just looks kind of interesting. On the 6th is one I would be bypassing. I just don't watch the show, so it gives me time to watch the other shows. And that's Sweet Tooth, the third and final season, right, Julie? Am I wrong?
Yes, it is the
Yeah.
final season. I enjoyed the first two
Yeah,
seasons. It
I
was
just
a very
never
unique
got
show.
into it. Not saying
Yeah.
it's bad. I just couldn't. I didn't get into it. At a certain point, it's like I don't want to go back. I haven't heard like I definitely have to go back and watch it, but I've heard good things, and I know you've enjoyed the show. So that comes out
Mhm.
in the third and the final season. On the 7th, they got a film on Netflix. We know how those go most of the time. A Hitman. Glenn Powell stars in this one, of course. From he's popping up a lot. He's doing Twisters coming up. He did Top Gun, of course.
Mhm.
He stars as a hitman, and this one here is like a kind of a comedy, which actually got some really good reviews. They actually screened this on one of the festivals. It's got a lot of good reviews, and it's supposed to be very fun. It's kind of a romantic comedy slash with the hitman, basically. I guess in this basic premise. That one looks fun, actually. I've seen the trailer for it. It's pretty good. The following week, the big week, starting on again another Sunday show on the 9th. We got Lazarus. The Lazarus Project is a cool show on
Nice.
TNT.
That was a surprise.
Surprise, yeah.
I knew it was coming. Didn't know when. All of a sudden, I see a trailer. Like, oh shit, it's back. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
I
Love
had some
season
issues
one.
with the show, but it wasn't perfect. It was really cool, right? The premise is really cool. I'm curious to see where they go. This is like a time travel kind of organization, kind of group that it's hard to explain really, but it does
Yeah,
involve time
no,
travel
because
and
what they work, they're trying to prevent cataclysmic
right,
events, and their travel abilities revolve when something happens. They obviously they're very limited in particle actions. They don't have a time machine. They don't have a TARDIS. They can go anywhere they want. But around certain events, they have the ability to go back and undo to try to fix and course correct
right.
the world for
Yeah,
it. Like,
again for the big
um,
cataclysmic
yeah,
event, not just
yeah,
run of the mill stuff. So it's a very interesting show. I
yeah.
like the direction that it took. On the 13th on Hulu, we got Bratz. This one kind of interesting because we grew up with a lot of
Hmm.
these actors. Of course, the
The
Brat
Brat
Pack,
Pack.
right? We got
Well, the '80s
the
Rat Pack,
80s.
because there was another one. There was another version back in the
Correct. Well,
'60s with
yeah, the Rat Pack.
Dean
It
Martin,
shows,
or
yeah,
'50s with Dean Martin. Um, oh, Blue Eyes. What's his name? Sinatra.
Sinatra, Sammy
A few
Davis
other
Jr.
folks.
was the third
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
Sammy Davis. Yeah,
that was
yeah.
I think that was Rat Pack. Either way, but this was an '80s version of
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
The Rat Pack.
yeah, Rat Pack.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but still, it
that's
was a
right.
take on that, right? With Molly Ringwald at
Hmm.
the time, who was top tier young actress, Emilio
Milo
Estevez, Jen
Estevez,
Nelson,
Charlie.
Ali
Yeah,
Sheedy.
Charlie,
Yeah,
was Charlie
yeah,
Sheen?
a
Oh,
bunch.
No, no, not Charlie Sheen.
Not Charlie,
Yeah.
no, just that's Demi
Okay.
Moore or Demi Moore. I don't know, however.
Okay. C. Thomas Howell, I
Yeah,
believe, was
yeah.
part of
Like I
that
said,
group.
there's like,
Yeah.
like five, six of them, and they all like they were ruling the '80s during that time. A bunch of films with them in it. So I think a couple of them are going to be in this documentary too, talking about it, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Yeah.
believe I've seen
Okay.
a fair number of them. And, Rob Lowe,
Rob
I
Lowe.
mean,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
mhm.
this was the it group back in the mid to late '80s. So that's interesting. On the
Yes.
13th, we got,
Hmm.
of course, this is the headline as far one of the headliners because a couple of headliners here, and that's The Boys, season 3. Already greenlit season 4.
Oh, yeah.
Season 3
Oh,
or season
yeah.
4? I'm down. No, it's 4.
Season 5. This is
This is 4,
4.
right?
They've
Yeah,
already
greenlit
greenlit
5,
season
right? Exactly.
5.
So it shows.
Plus, we'll get another a season 2 of Gen B, which is in the
Of
same
course,
universe.
we love the show. And what can you say? This shows us. If you're not watching, I don't know what's wrong with you. To be honest with you, but I get it's not for every guy. And
Billy Butcher and the
we're
boys,
back.
baby, we're
Super
back.
excited. I'm sure they'll drop the first 3 episodes and go from there. I hope I get. It'd be
Yes,
nice
they
if I
are
get
dropping 3 episodes,
yeah.
which is that is just criminal, man. Just drop. You don't need to drop 2. You don't need to drop 1
Oh, I
and
know,
go.
but whatever. I take
Whatever.
3 over 1. And I hope. I mean, I can see this. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I get a theatrical release. It'd be nice to see in the big screen. And then Apple Plus, we got Presumed Innocent. This one, Jake Gyllenhaal is
Mhm.
taking a break from his Roadhouse duties to become going to law. He's a lawyer, I think, and I guess it's a murder mystery, which now the finger's been pointed at him. Something that might close to that you.
I believe I haven't seen the trailer. I mean,
Okay.
I've just seen this Jake Gyllenhaal. I was like, okay,
No,
I'm
Jake
in.
Jones, yeah, he's
That's all
good.
I need
I
to
like
see.
Jake Gyllenhaal a
Yeah,
lot. He's really good.
that's all I need to
Yeah,
see.
so and it's Apple Plus, so that's a good combination as far as I'm
Mhm.
concerned. On the 12th, we got. Oops, sorry. Oh, we
Yeah, you put things. You're out of date a little
yeah,
bit.
actually, my thing's a little out of order here. Let me just put them all up. My apologies. And this we got
Yeah. Worst winter
King of
ever.
Collectibles. This is
Yes, season
season
2.
2. Of course, it was really cool. It's a kind of a reality series with the group to
Yes.
go out and try to obtain and then resell these collectibles people have and et cetera, et cetera. It's actually a pretty funny show.
Right. So, but I mean, we see. I mean, it's a well-known company, and the owner is. I've seen him around in various commercials on TV from time to time. But yeah, it's big business for them, and
Oh yeah.
they deal with any kind of collectibles, sports
Oh yeah. Sport, anything.
memorabilia,
Yeah, anything that's
pop
yeah.
culture. I mean, anything historically relevant, they deal with it. They don't discriminate.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting the negotiations and the stuff they put up and the kind of money that they command. It is a very big auction house, really. To sell the beast for collectibles, essentially, is
Exactly.
what
No,
it is.
it's a cool
Uh,
show. It's a really cool show.
yeah, first season was great. It had a couple of it had some cameos. It had Kareem, I think, in there, and
Yeah.
the mailman, and they deal with like large Jordan collections and whatnot. So it's obviously from a sports perspective, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
But even outside the sports stuff, it was pretty had some music things going on, and some historical documents as well. So which was really very kind of rounded out the
Yeah,
cast.
very very cool stuff. And of course, the other headliner, this is technically the third week, but whatever, we'll include it. And that's on the 16th. On
Well, we're
Sunday,
gonna
of
talk
course,
about it.
is
So,
House of Dragon, right? Season
uh,
two. Love the first
yeah.
season. Again, this is the second. So we got two must watch shows, with back to back virtually, right? Yeah, I mean, what?
I went back last night and caught up on the last two episodes to kind of bring it
I
back
need
to
to,
mind. And I
yeah,
was
I'll
like,
probably, I got
damn.
another week to do that, so I'm gonna,
Yeah, I went back to 9 and 10. I watched 9 and then I watched 10. But I mean, you kind of forget, because it's been a
yeah,
while. It's been a
a
little
couple years, yeah.
while, right? But damn, those episodes were so
No,
good.
yeah, I
I was
can't, and I
like,
heard
fuck.
it's much bigger in scope and scale this time around, and god damn it, there's
Mhm.
dragons, so who really cares, right? That's all I need to know. Dude. Let's be honest, like talk, blah blah blah. Give me some fire. Let's do this, right? And whatever.
Dragons.
And then we got a kind of a potential show re-release over the next couple weeks. We're not sure yet. This is very unusual.
No, 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 no. We can take it off. It's this. I just saw today. It's June 30th. So we'll
Oh,
wait
okay.
till
So
next
well,
time.
never mind.
I
We'll
just
skip
I
that
just
one.
I just caught it last night. I caught
Okay.
it last night. I was
But
looking
there was a
for it,
show coming
and
out, yeah,
yeah.
Dupacell, which is it didn't have a date yet. It just said June. So but I guess it comes out
Mhm.
later. Fine, we'll deal with that later. So yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of good stuff coming out. Big stuff I'm very excited about. So and we also got some Disney. Whatever. Hopefully that doesn't taint this week. Just kidding, kidding. Keep fingers crossed.
Technically, since Hulu's on Disney Plus now, it's there, Disney Plus. There you go. More reason to laugh. I can't
Yeah,
complain.
fair enough, but still. Disney, damn it. Killing my Star Wars.
And of course, we totally forgot. This Saturday, Columbia, USA,
We back to the
and
soccer.
TNT. Let's go. Let's go. Come
TNT,
on, man.
another channel I got
Whatever,
dust
dude.
off to watch Lazarus. Yeah, TNT. Cobwebs.
So you have two reasons to watch TNT this month. There you
Who
go.
watches TNT? Well, I guess the NBA's on there, at least for now, anyway.
There you go. There
That's
you
leaving
go.
very soon from all reports.
Yeah.
But that being said, there's a lot of stuff coming out this week, but there's still stuff you can catch on before that starts. Of course, always, we appreciate it here. Every Sunday, the watch list to tune in to let you guys know what you should be watching, give your recommendations. Subscribe, hit the like button. See you guys next week.